Okay, what we're doing today is we got the switch installed, and I just got the inverter installed, and it's installed underneath the sink area. It stays very cool in here, so the inverter should stay cool. It's got the inverter's got 3 fans on it, so it cools itself. But that's basically what we're doing. And there's your battery switch. And what I got to do now is wire everything in, and then them wires go down through that hole right there. And there's going to be actually 3 sets of wires coming up here, heavy wires, and they're going to go to the switch right there. And basically what they're going to do is that inverter, as you can see by my drawings on my page, the common is going to be connected to the positive on my 2 8D batteries, which will be connected together, and then the number 2 will be connected to the 4 starting batteries. Those are 6-volt starting batteries. They're connected in series for 12, and then number 1 is going to go to the inverter, the Cobra inverter. And what that basically is going to do is, when I flip it to number 1, or common goes to 8Ds, when I flip it to number 1, it'll turn the power inverter on only. And I could leave it hooked up all the time and powered on, but even when you're not using any power off the inverter, according to Cobra's site, it still draws about a ½ amp. And when you're not hooked up to shore power and you're drawing a ½ amp off your batteries, that's actually a lot of amperage, so that's not stuff that you want to waste. So I'm just going to be able to shut the unit down totally 100%. And if I flip it over to number 2, what it's going to do is going to connect my 2 8D batteries to my 4 starting batteries, and those will charge up all together, because right now everything charges to my engine batteries, the 4 6-volts. Solar will be hooked up to them. Wind chargers are already hooked up to them, and then the alternator on my engine, when I'm running it, it'll be hooked up to it. And then if I flip it over to 1 and 2, it'll connect all 3 together. It'll connect the 8Ds, the engine batteries, and the inverter, so it'll power off everything. I really try not to do that a whole lot, because it starts drawing my engine batteries down, and you never know when you need your engine. So I'm going to try to do that as little as possible. Pretty much what I'm going to do is have it probably hooked up, flip over to number 2. That's how it's basically set up. You can see here, off 1 and 2 and 2. And then she's wired back in here to these big lugs. And this is a real big battery switch. It's made by Blue Sea. It's a 9000E. It's a 3500 continuous, 600 intermittent, and 900 cranking. So it's a very big switch. But that's where she's mounted at. Now I got to start running the wires to her. So that'll be a treat. That'll take me some time. So I still got to build all the wires, solder all the lugs on, stuff like that, and then start installing everything. So I'm kind of excited to get to see this thing going and try it out. So that's it for this video. Say goodnight, Mel. Good night.